to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 video. And so today I'm going to be attempting to renovate one of your houses in the Sims 4 by using the hashtag #SpringItUpOnTheGallery. And honestly, I'm quite excited because I love renovating a lot in the Sims. So I thought, why not attempt to do one of your houses instead of one of the towny houses? So for today's build, I chose this lovely Windenburg starter home made by Dabs9966 on the gallery. They only use base game and get together, which I love get together because it's the biggest world with the most lots. So why not choose a Windenburg starter home? It's under 20,000 simoleons on a 20 by 20 lot. Only 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So for this build, I really love what Dab did with the roofing. And I don't know about you, but roofing is probably the most hardest thing to do in The Sims 4 known to man, because I physically just do not know what I'm doing half the time, but people make it look so easy. So nevertheless, the roofing looks really good. I love the interior because it's all open planned. And I did say it is a starter home. So you can't really put all the walls and the paintings and all those knick-knack paddywhacks that you would like to in a home. So you gotta have the bare necessities like the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, maybe a small office for entertainment, and of course the bedroom so you can sleep somewhere at least. But either way, let's go ahead and hop into the speed build. So now that we're into the speed build portion of this video, I have to say this build was a lot of fun to do just because 1, it was built in Windenburg, and 2, Windenburg is one of my ultimate favorite worlds to kind of just go to and build in and see what I could explore, especially with the view that it has in certain parts of the world is just stunning, that I wish I had in real life, but I can't have because The Sims is a pixelated world. And one day, hoping one day, I go back to Europe and just live there and never leave because the view is just fantastic. And so originally this house had a 1-story, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom concept, and it was under 20,000 simoleons, only use base game and get together. However, my brain at this time, during stream, I have to say, my brain was like, hey, let's keep it a base game and get together home, but make it under 66,000 simoleons and a 2-story, 2-bathroom, 2-bedroom concept. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Totally fine. Didn't think that it would turn out this big until I finished the entire thing in a day. And so I was like, brain, why do you do me so wrong so many times? Because I always have this idea that I want to keep it, base game and all limited budget and so unique and different. No. My brain's like, keep it the same, but up the budget, add more landscaping, add more clutter, and you'll be good to go. And so that's what I kind of did. More clutter and more landscaping, and that's the entire build. Pretty much the entire build is just a bunch of plants, and that's okay. I love plants. So when I was building this on stream, if you want to go watch the original real-time build of this, I will leave a link down below in the description to my second channel where I post all of my past Twitch live streams that you can go watch for yourself. It's a fun time because I know most of y'all can't really make it to my streams because I stream so late or in a weird time zone that I just can't make it. So if you wouldn't want to ever rewatch any of my streams that I do on Twitch, link down below to my second channel, More SpringSims. And yeah, I should probably promote it more, but I'm very bad at promoting myself. Does anyone else have that problem? Because I feel like I'm the only one. Anyway, I have to say, I didn't really know what I was going to do with this house because originally it was just going to be 1-story, all open plan with no issues, minus the bathrooms and the bedroom, of course, but everything else open plan. And I'm not really good at making open floor plan homes, and so I try to close off certain parts of the house so it looks a little bit closed off, but still open. And so I kept the entrance area and the kitchen part open plan. The living room and the dining room are actually closed off just because I feel like those are private quarters that you just want to have and relax and, chill and not have to deal with the outside world and also the outside and inside of your home where you have people coming in and out of your home making noise and all that jazz. It's not what you need. It's not what you need. And so I wanted to make sure that it still had that very homey vibe, but still closed off open plan vibe, if you know what I mean. And so I wanted to make sure that the house had the stuff. So the home, the lot itself is on a 20 by 20 lot. And if you have get together, there's a household called the Free Spirits Home or People. And they have a very unique vibe to them. Ulrich, I I think that's her name. Yeah, last name is Ulrich. And so she has a very like, I don't know, like not gothic, but like more like I don't know, chill vibe to her. And then the other one is, I forget what her name is like a more cheerful, outgoing, extroverted vibe to her. So I want to kind of reflect that into this home where it had a 2-bedroom concept, but a 2-bathroom concept. But I wanted to also add in some musicality to their home. And so I added in like an easel, some guitars, and I also think I added in a desk somewhere. I think in both of the bedrooms. Yeah. I added in a desk in both of the bedrooms. And I was gonna add in a desk downstairs in the living room, but I realized that the living room is way too small. And it's not what you need when you have a small bedroom, small living room, small bathroom, in a small just house in general. You can't fit much stuff in there. So you have to deal with the stuff and you'll roll with the punches. You just get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But personally, I think I want to build another house in Windenburg just because, I don't know, anyone ever like have those days where you just go into The Sims in general and you just like look around in the surrounding area, kind of want to replicate some of the homes here and there and just like, renovate them. Like there's one house in particular that I really want to renovate, but the thing is that it's the land grab mansion home, and that home is rather gigantic. And I just personally think it can be saved, but it just can't be saved. You know what I mean? It's a home that you just don't want to touch. It's a home that you don't want to go to, and you just look at it at a distance, and you're like, maybe not, maybe not. Oh yeah, so here I found the people. I found the family. I was searching through like the Sims fandom website, but I found the 2 Sims. So Ulrich Fust and Manik has. They're 2 young adult Sims. They live in Windenburg together. They're roommates, and they were roommates. But Ulrich, in a sense, I'm glad that I did this, and I'm glad I did my research for this one. Because Ulrich, she has a level 5 mischief skill and then also level 5 in painting. And so that's why I kind of added in the easel on the first floor in the living room, just so she has a sense of creativity, a sense of escape, and a way to where she can, kind of, I don't know, express her feelings and her rage, because she wears a purple shirt indicating that her relation to the Renegades, which is one of the clubs in Windenburg, and she has multiple tattoos on her arm, or her arms and her chest, so she's like very rebel, kind of cool, but she is a creative, a perfectionist, and an art lover. And so being able to have all those little different things, in her home to signify her personality is what I need. It's like what I personally need in my life. And so she has a very high standard of things, of what she wants to do in her life and how she's going to succeed. And I was playing her off camera because with Ulrich, I can see her not living in Windenburg anymore, but she can't, due to like her financial needs and also like what she's doing with her career and her relationships. And like her roommate, Monique, I don't want to say she's a control freak per se. She's more like she's a free spirit, but she's also creative, but she's also a snob and a bookworm. And when playing them both at the same time in the same household, Monique, I feel like, I don't want to say like intimidates or like insults Ulrich. I would say that she has like expects more from her. Like Monique expects more from Ulrich, saying, "Ooh, I don't really like your art. You should probably do better. I don't think you will really succeed in life." Like Monique thinks that she's more of a higher up, more prestige, more all-knowing than somebody else. And so I feel like that Ulrich will one day saying, "You know what, Monique? You and me, we've been best friends since we were in diapers, but I think nowadays I need to listen to my heart. I need to listen to who I am as a person and not deal with your constant bickering and stobbiness ever again. And I want to leave." But I don't think she'll ever leave. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think Ulrich will ever leave Monique and like leave Windenburg altogether, or like still live in, the same area? but away from her roommate, because I personally think that she needs to leave. Like Monique is a leader of the avant-gardes, and so her, like, accompanied by her friends, like, Gunther Munch, Yuki Burr, and Hugo Vendrell, like, those are her, like, her peeps. And so with, like, Ulrich, she doesn't really technically have a club per se. She's not part of any club, but actually, she is kind of part of a club per se. She's part of the Renegades. And I feel like the Renegades and also the Avant-Gardes are kind of rivals. And I can see that. Like, I can definitely see it. Them being rivals, where they don't like each other, they're, like, rude to other people, and not rude to, like, their inner circle. And so, like, Max Vendrell, Morgan Frey, and Wolfgang Munch, like, in my mind, I think the Renegades and then the Avant-Gardes are like the Montagues and the Caps of the Sims 4 of Windenburg. Wait a minute. Wait, this all comes full circle now. When you think about it, the Caps and the Montagues back in the lovely Shakespeare times were rival families. They didn't like each other at all. Romeo and Juliet, we all know them. If you don't, look them up on Google. Great time. But the Avant-Gardes and the Renegades seem like a similar fashion of the Caps and the Montagues, where, they have, like, I don't know. I just think that they're somewhat similar. They have that similar vibe to me. I don't know why. Because Max Vangel, he's a bit of a rebel himself. He's a child. And then Morgan Frey, she has a similar fashion, and so does Wolfgang Munch. They all have, like, similar characteristics to them, where they are, like, rude and, very not, I would say they're down to earth, but on the inside, but in their inner group, but not to others. But they have a very artistic, out there creative vibe to them that you want to, like, get to know them, but you're, like, too scared to go approach them sometimes. That similar vibe to them. So with that being said, I would say that they are for sure, I don't know. I think, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this could definitely be a bit of a rivalry happening here. But in all, like I said, I definitely want to have Ulrich move out one day and be her own, like, I guess open up her own, like, art studio or art gallery in Windenburg, because there's not much that you can do in Windenburg besides, like, clubbing and partying with your friends and hanging out with them. But I think with Ulrich, I think she's going to definitely renovate one of the homes in Windenburg to make it her own, where she can, like, live her good life of artsy-fartsy and still be part of the infamous club of the Renegades in Windenburg, and still, be friends with, like, Max and Morgan and Wolfgang, but kind of not associate with Monique, because the relationship level right now, I still have it at the same level. They're acquaintances. They are acquaintances the entire time. Like, they were first, like, best friends till the end. Like, two peas in the pod, could not separate them at all. Like, that's what they were like in, like, their diaper days, and slowly kind of, like, had a falling out when they got a little bit older towards high school, and when Ulrich went off into college and Monique went off into abroad somewhere. Like, Ulrich went to, I guess you would say they both studied abroad, in a way where Ulrich went to, what's it called? Yeah, she went to Brychester. Ulrich went to Brychester, and Monique went to the Windenburg University, which is very local. And with Monique, she's more of a writer. She's at level 2 of her career as a blogger, so she's still trying to kind of figure out how she wants to do with her life as a best-selling author. She's currently writing her book right now, and she's kind of documenting her life, her past life, her past, present, and future. More like a biography of who she is as a person, where she's gonna go, how she's gonna do things, and kind of, like, help set herself up for success in a way, but in a similar fashion of what her parents kind of groomed her to be. Like, her parents basically groomed her to be the best of the best. Do what you gotta do to succeed, no matter what the cost is. And I think that kind of took a damper on her relationship with Ulrich, and so that's why she's not really friends, buddy with Ulrich. So they're acquaintances now in their young adult life, soon to be adults. And so with them being roommates at this time, the relationship is slowly just getting worse and worse. And I don't want them to have another falling out where they never speak to them each other ever again. I want to be able to kind of salvage it where they are somewhat talking, but not really, buddy talking all the time. So I don't know. That's something I definitely want to do for sure for my own particular gameplay, because I am making a save file for The Sims 4 and I'm renovating all the worlds, all the townies are different, and I'm keeping some of them in the original houses, but in a renovated fashion. And so I want to make sure that I keep Ulrich and Monique's relationship intact with their similar clubs and their vibes. And I think what I'll do for most of the families, the original families in the game, is I'll add in like their parents and maybe like their grandparents. So it has like a sense of lineage, family lineage, where there's not one-sided, where it's only just them and that's it. Because sometimes with Sims, they don't really have in like parents or grandparents or like relatives at all. It's just basically just them right then and there. Like they had no history of ever being born, you know? And so I want to have like that sense of like excitement, a sense of realism for the save file. And so hopefully you'll definitely like it in the end. I personally am enjoying what I've been doing thus far with the households that I've been making and the houses I've been also building. And the next build you'll probably see is something along the lines of a long, big family home that I am going to have a full backstory for, and all the tea will be spilt with that family, because let me tell you, this save file is about to get dramatic. And that's okay. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and actually hop into the real-time build of this video, but I will see you all in a second. So as you can see here, we're officially done with the build, and I have to say, this home turned out really well in my humble opinion, because originally I had planned to make it a starter home, was under, a 30,000 simoleon budget, and, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom concept on one floor. Yeah, that idea was like just chucked out the window and never seen again, because I decided to do a base game and get together only build, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and a 2-floor that's over 66,000 simoleon. So it's quite expensive, but very, very cheap for your Sims to live in. So, I mean, you won't have any issues, but you'll have some issues. But then again, you could just use Motherload twice and you'll be good to go. However, I really love what I did with the entire house, because originally, like I said, 1 floor, minimal landscaping, no issue. So I wanted to go a little bit above and beyond and kind of see what I could do, because Windenburg is one of my favorite worlds that I like to build in or just like visit, just because it's the biggest world we've ever gotten and has the most slots and the kind of the same like European culture that I was looking for in my like Sims like lives gameplay. And so I want to kind of capture that theme around in the surrounding area for this home. So I did the pond tool over here, which I really love the pond, and the get together pond like filter thing looks like you could literally drink out of this. It looks just so mesmerizing and so good. I would never drink it, but you want to drink it, but you shouldn't. So it just looks great. But then I did a little side garden here, and then for the interior, I just did a fairly open plan concept. And I, for one, am not a big fan and just don't know how to furnish homes that are open planned, because there's so much space and you just don't know what to do. But I decided to keep it like the entranceway and then the kitchen all open plan, so it's all like connected in a way. And then we have the bathroom here, and then the living room. I don't know, the living room was a little bit, smallish. I didn't really know what I was going to do. And then the dining room. And at first I was going to switch where this was going to be the dining room over here, and then this part was going to be the living room. But it's like, they need a little bit bigger, living room to live for entertainment or whatever. I mean, you don't have that much room to begin with, but I also didn't really know what I was going to do for the hallway, because I don't know about you, but I always have a very hard time furnishing hallways, because they're just, a hallway. You can't do much. You just sit, you walk around, that's it. Unless you make it really interesting and add, stuff in there. Like I did, add a bookshelf and some seating so you can just relax for a little bit. And then we have a kid's bedroom, and then we have the master parents' bedroom for you to have. And also, the house is very artistic, as you can see here. We have an easel in this corner, and then we have a guitar in the kids' bedroom, and then we have a guitar in the parents' bedroom. So they're a very musical family. They love playing music. They love doing all the things musicality, stuff like that. But anywho, that's the entire house. I really like it, but if you would like to go ahead and download this build, you can go ahead and do that off of my gallery page, which is SpringSims, all one word, same as my YouTube name, or search the hashtag SpringSims on the gallery. But either way, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below as always, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!